minor. Noun. A person who is below the age of majority. Consent. Criminal responsibility or other adult responsibilities and accountabilities. Verb. To choose or have an area of secondary concentration as a student in a college or university. Adjective. Of little significance or importance. Light. Noun. Visible electromagnetic radiation. The human eye can typically detect radiation, light, in the wavelength range of about 400 to 750 nanometers. Nearby shorter and longer wavelength ranges, although not visible, are commonly called ultraviolet and infrared light. Learning. Verb. To acquire, or attempt to acquire knowledge or an ability to do something. Verb. To teach. Noun. An act in which something is learned. Override. Noun. A mechanism, device or procedure used to counteract an automatic control. Verb. To ride across or beyond something. Barrel. Noun. A round vessel or cask, of greater length than breadth, and bulging in the middle, made of staves bound with hoops, and having flat ends or heads. Sometimes applied to a similar cylindrical container made of metal, usually called a drum. Verb. To put or to pack in a barrel or barrels. Float. Noun. A buoyant device used to support something in water or another liquid. Verb. Of an object or substance. To be supported by a liquid of greater density than the object so as that part of the object or substance remains above the surface. Stepsister. Noun. The daughter of one's stepparent who is not the daughter of either of one's parents. Stepsister. Noun. The daughter of one's stepparent who is not the daughter of either of one's parents. Hunt. Noun. The act of hunting. Verb. To find or search for an animal in the wild with the intention of killing the animal for its meat, or for sport. Idealize. Verb. To regard something as ideal. Gamer. Noun. A person who plays any kind of game. Introduces. Verb. Of people, to cause someone to be acquainted with someone else. Bungee. Noun. An elastic fabric-bound strap with a hook at each end, used for securing luggage. Defeat. Verb. To overcome in battle or contest. Scenic. Noun. A depiction of scenery. Adjective. Having beautiful scenery, picturesque. It's. Noun. One who is neither a he nor a she. A creature. A dehumanized being. Pronoun. The one, or ones, belonging to it. Joke. Noun. An amusing story. Verb. To do or say something for amusement rather than seriously. Additives. Noun. A substance added to another substance or product to produce specific properties in the combined substance. Fighter. Noun. A person who fights, a combatant. Contestant. Noun. A participant in a contest. Specifically, a person who plays a game, as on a TV game show. Missionary. Noun. One who is sent on a mission. Adjective. Relating to a religious mission. Panic. Noun. Overpowering fright, often affecting groups of people or animals. Verb. To feel overwhelming fear. Adjective. Pertaining to the god Pan. Basically. Adverb. In a fundamental, essential or basic manner. Friend. Noun. A person other than a family member. Spouse or lover whose company one enjoys and towards whom one feels affection. Verb. To act as a friend to befriend, to be friendly to help. Parsed. Verb. To resolve a sentence, etc., into its elements, pointing out the several parts of speech and their relation to each other by agreement or government. To analyze and describe grammatically. Holiday. Noun. A day on which a festival, religious event, or national celebration is traditionally observed. Verb. To take a period of time away from work or study. Cypress. Noun. An evergreen coniferous tree with flattened shoots bearing small scale-like leaves. whose dark foliage is sometimes associated with mourning. In family Cupressaceae, especially the genera Cupressus and Chamaecyparis. Noun, the name of the Latin script letter E. Seamless. Adjective, having no seams. Proudly. Adverb, in a proud manner. Relating. Verb, to tell in a descriptive way. Noun, the act of relating, or forming or identifying relationships. Relation. Keep in with. Verb, to continue to have a good relationship with someone. Idealize. Verb, to regard something as ideal. Requirements. Noun, a necessity or prerequisite, something required or obligatory. Its adpositions are generally of in relation to who or what has given it, on in relation to whom or what it is given to, and for in relation to what is required. Boiled. Verb, of liquids, to heat to the point where it begins to turn into a gas. Adjective, cooked in boiling water. Green. Adjective, having green as its color. Mass. Noun, physical, matter, material. Verb, to form or collect into a mass. To form into a collective body. To bring together into masses. To assemble. Adjective, involving a mass of things. Concerning a large quantity or number. Picnic. Noun, an informal social gathering, usually in a natural outdoor setting, to which the participants bring their own food and drink. Verb, to take part in a picnic. Permits. Noun, an artifact or document rendering something allowed or legal. Verb, to allow something to happen, to give permission for. Communicate. Verb, to impart. Grandma. Noun, grandmother. Breaks. Noun, an instance of breaking something into two or more pieces. Noun, a section of extended repetition of the percussion break to a song. Created by a hip-hop DJ as rhythmic dance music. Semester. Noun, half of a school year or academic year such as fall or spring semester. Extend. Verb, to increase in extent. Holy. Noun, a thing that is extremely holy. Used almost exclusively in Holy of Holies. Adjective, dedicated to a religious purpose or a god. Darling. Noun, a person who is dear to one. Adjective, dear, cherished. Roof. Noun, the external covering at the top of a building. Bit. Noun, a piece of metal placed in a horse's mouth and connected to the reins to direct the animal. Verb, to put a bridle upon. To put the bit in the mouth of a horse. Physicist. Noun, a person whose occupation specializes in the science of physics, especially at a professional level. Sang. Verb, to produce musical or harmonious sounds with one's voice. Adventurous. Adjective, of a person inclined to adventure, willing to incur risks, prone to embark in hazardous enterprise. Rashly daring. Ink. Noun, a pigment or dye-based fluid used for writing, printing, etc. Verb, to apply ink to cover or smear with ink. Obey. Verb, to do as ordered by a person, institution, etc. To act according to the bidding of. Charlotte. Noun, a dessert consisting of sponge cake filled with fruit and cream or custard. Feels. Adjective, of or relating to the emotions. Noun, a quality of an object experienced by touch. Verb, heading, to use or experience the sense of touch. Noun, feelings, emotions. Roasted. Verb, to cook food by heating in an oven or over a fire without covering, resulting in a crisp, possibly even slightly charred appearance. Adjective, cooked by roasting. Conflicts. Noun, a clash or disagreement, often violent, between two or more opposing groups or individuals. Verb, to be at odds with, to disagree or be incompatible. Adjustment. Noun, the action of adjusting something. Pushed. Verb, to apply a force to. an object, such that it moves away from the person or thing applying the force. Leaf. Noun. The usually green and flat organ that represents the most prominent feature of most vegetative plants. Verb. To produce leaves. Put forth foliage. Coming. Verb. To move from further away to nearer to. Dedicated. Verb. To set apart for a deity or for religious purposes. Consecrate. Adjective. Devoted. Loyal. Conscientious. Adventurous. Adjective. Of a person. Inclined to adventure. Willing to incur risks. Prone to embark in hazardous enterprise. Rashly daring. Imagined. Verb. To form a mental image of something. To envision or create something in one's mind. Adjective. Conceived or envisioned in the mind. Shelf. Noun. A flat, rigid structure, fixed at right angles to a wall or forming a part of a cabinet, desk, etc., and used to support, store or display objects. Continued. Verb. To proceed with. Doing an activity. To prolong an activity. Noun. The word continued when placed in the end of the page to show it is to be continued. Adjective. Prolonged. Unstopped. Bodied. Adjective. In combination. Having a specified form of body. Verb. To give body or shape to something. Clock. Noun. An instrument used to measure or keep track of time. A non-portable timepiece. Verb. To measure the duration of. Ban. Noun. Prohibition. Verb. To summon. To call out. Exposure. Noun. The condition of being exposed, uncovered, or unprotected. Interesting. Verb. To engage the attention of. To awaken interest in. To excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Adjective. Of concern. Affecting. Important. Container. Noun. Someone who contains. Something that contains. Cage. Noun. An enclosure made of bars. Normally to hold animals. Verb. To confine in a cage. To put into and keep in a cage. Dizzy. Verb. To make dizzy. To bewilder. Adjective. Having a sensation of whirling. With a tendency to fall. Giddy. Feeling unbalanced or lightheaded. 60th. Noun. The person or thing in the 60th position. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 60. Planing. Verb. To smooth. Wood. With a plane. Verb. To move in a way that lifts the bow of a boat out of the water. Noun. The act by which something is planed. Module. Noun. A self-contained component of a system. Often interchangeable. Which has a well-defined interface to the other components. Blocking. Verb. To fill something, so that it is not possible to pass. Noun. The act by which something is blocked. An obstruction. Patient. Noun. A person or animal who receives treatment from a doctor or other medically educated person. Adjective. Of a person. Willing to wait if necessary. Not losing one's temper while waiting. Bin. Noun. A flying insect. Of the clade Anthophila within the Hymenopteran superfamily Apoidea. Known for its organized societies. Though only a minority have them. For collecting pollen and, in some species, producing wax and honey. Departure. Noun. The act of departing or something that has departed. Replace. Verb. To restore to a former place, position, condition, etc. To put back. Nanny. Noun. A child's nurse. Verb. To serve as a nanny. Fair. Noun. Something which is fair. In various senses of the adjective. Verb. To smoothen or even a surface. Especially a connection or junction on a surface. Adjective. Beautiful. Of a pleasing appearance. With a pure and fresh quality. Adverb. Clearly. Openly. Frankly. Civilly. Honestly. Favorably. Auspiciously. Agreeably. Lifestyle. Noun. A style of living that reflects the attitudes and values of a person or group. Seats. Noun. Something to be sat upon. Verb. To put an object into a place where it will rest. To fix. To set firm. Road map. Noun. A map with a visual representation of roads used for automobile travel and navigation. A road map may contain other relevant data, such as terrain or railroads. Verb. To construct a plan of action regarding something. Libraries. Noun. An institution which holds books and/or other forms of media for use by the public or qualified people, often lending them out, as well as providing various other services for its users. Lobby. Noun. An entryway or reception area. Vestibule. Passageway. Corridor. Verb. To attempt to influence a public official or decision maker in favor of a specific opinion or cause. Panel. Noun. A, usually, rectangular section of a surface, or of a covering or of a wall, fence, etc. Verb. To fit with panels. Staff. Noun. Plural staffs or staves. A long, straight, thick wooden rod or stick, especially one used to assist in walking. Verb. To supply a business, volunteer organization, etc., with employees or staff members. Platform. Noun. A raised stage from which speeches are made and on which musical and other performances are made. Verb. To furnish with or shape into a platform. Designs. Noun. A specification of an object or process, referring to requirements to be satisfied and thus conditions to be met for them to solve a problem. Verb. To plan and carry out a picture, work of art, construction, etc. Forecasted. Verb. To estimate how something will be in the future. Adjective. That has been forecast. Involve. Verb. To roll or fold up, to wind round, to entwine. Destiny. Noun. That to which any person or thing is destined. A predetermined state, a condition predestined by the divine or by human will. Lately. Adverb. Recently, not long ago, of late. Engineer. Noun. A person who is qualified or professionally engaged in any branch of engineering. Verb. To design, construct or manage something as an engineer. Dispose. Noun. The disposal or management of something. Verb. Used with of. To eliminate or to get rid of something. Becoming. Verb. To arrive, come, to a place. Noun. The act or process by which something becomes. Adjective. Pleasingly suitable, fit, congruous, beautiful. Clinic. Noun. A medical facility, such as a hospital, especially one for the treatment and diagnosis of outpatients. Athletic. Adjective. Having to do with athletes. Chief. Noun. A leader or head of a group of people, organization, etc. Verb. To smoke cannabis. Adjective. Primary. Principal. Notebooks. Noun. A book in which notes or memoranda are written. Aiming. Verb. To point or direct a missile, or a weapon which propels as missile, towards an object or spot with the intent of hitting it. Noun. The act of one who aims. Breeds. Noun. All animals or plants of the same species or subspecies. Verb. To produce offspring sexually. To bear young. Requested. Verb. To ask for something. Located. Verb. To place. To set in a particular spot or position. Shuttle. Noun. The part of a loom that carries the woof back and forth between the warp threads. Verb. To go back and forth between two places. Barks. Noun. The short, loud, explosive sound uttered by a dog, a fox, and some other animals. Verb. To make a short, loud, explosive noise with the vocal organs. Set of animals, especially dogs. Noun. The exterior covering of the trunk and branches of a tree. Verb. To strip the bark from. To peel. Noun. A small sailing vessel, e.g. a pinnace or a fishing smack, a rowing boat or barge. Emission. Noun, something which is emitted or sent out. Issue. Request. Noun, act of requesting, with the adposition at in the presence of possessives, and on in their absence. Verb, to ask for something. Retirement. Noun, an act of retiring, withdrawal. Joined. Verb, to connect or combine into one, to put together. Object. Noun, a thing that has physical existence. Verb, to disagree with or oppose something or someone, especially in a court of law. To raise an objection. Optimistic. Adjective, expecting the best in all possible ways. Candy. Noun, edible, sweet-tasting confectionery containing sugar, or sometimes artificial sweeteners, and often flavored with fruit, chocolate, nuts, herbs and spices, or artificial flavors. Verb, to cook in, or coat with, sugar syrup. Drummer. Noun, one who plays the drums. Processor. Noun, a person or institution who processes things, foods, photos, applications, etc. Scenery. Noun, view, natural features, landscape. Counselor. Noun, a professional who counsels people, especially on personal problems. Ran. Verb, to run. Verb, to move swiftly. Investor. Noun, a person who invests money in order to make a profit. Discharge. Noun, pus or exudate, other than blood, from a wound or orifice, usually due to infection or pathology. Verb, to accomplish or complete, as an obligation. Enter. Noun, the enter key on a computer keyboard. Verb, to go or come into an enclosed or partially enclosed space. Prepare. Noun, preparation. Verb, to make ready for a specific future purpose. To set up, to assemble or equip. Pays. Noun, money given in return for work. Salary or wages. Verb, to give money or other compensation to in exchange for goods or services. Verb, to cover the bottom of a vessel, a seam, a spar, etc., with tar or pitch, or a waterproof composition of tallow, resin, etc., to smear. Reaches. Noun, the act of stretching or extending. Extension. Verb, to extend, stretch, or thrust out. For example, a limb or object held in the hand. Noun, the extreme limits. Scan. Noun, close investigation. Verb, to examine sequentially, carefully, or critically. To scrutinize, to behold closely. Foggy. Adjective, obscured by mist or fog, unclear, hazy. Experiment. Noun, a test under controlled conditions made to either demonstrate a known truth, examine the validity of a hypothesis, or determine the efficacy of something previously untried. Verb, to conduct an experiment. Blue. Noun, the color of the clear sky or the deep sea, between green and violet in the visible spectrum, and one of the primary additive colors for transmitted light. The color obtained by subtracting red and green from white light using magenta and cyan filters, or any color resembling this. Verb, to make or become blue. Adjective, of the color blue. Explanation. Noun, the act or process of explaining. Air. Noun, the substance constituting Earth's atmosphere. Particularly. Verb, to bring something into contact with the air, so as to freshen or dry it. Myself. Pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Me. As direct or indirect object, the speaker as the object of a verb or preposition, when the speaker is also the subject. Outlet. Noun, event or similar passage to allow the escape of something. Referendum. Noun, a direct popular vote on a proposed law or constitutional amendment. The adposition on is usually used before the related subject of the vote. Logger. Noun, a worker whose occupation is to harvest trees. Green. Adjective, having green as its color. Loaded. Verb, to put a load on or in. A means of conveyance or a place of storage. Adjective, burdened by some heavy load. Packed. Authenticate. Adjective, of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb, to render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof, attestation, or formalities required by law, or sufficient to entitle to credit. Export. Noun, something that is exported. Verb, to carry away. Adjective, of or relating to exportation or exports. State. Noun, a condition, a set of circumstances applying at any given time. Verb, to declare to be a fact. Adjective, stately. Responsibility. Noun, the state of being responsible, accountable, or answerable. Simplifies. Verb, to make simpler, either by reducing in complexity, reducing to component parts, or making easier to understand. Iron. Noun, a common, inexpensive metal, silvery gray when untarnished, that rusts, is attracted by magnets, and is used in making steel. Verb, to pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Adjective, made of the metal iron. Officer. Noun, one who has a position of authority in a hierarchical organization, especially in military, police or government organizations. Verb, to supply with officers. Among. Preposition, denotes a mingling or intermixing with distinct or separable objects. See usage note at amidst. Disembarked. Verb, to remove from on board a vessel, to put on shore. Feeling. Verb, heading, to use or experience the sense of touch. Noun, sensation, particularly through the skin. Adjective, emotionally sensitive. Machine. Noun, a device that directs and controls energy, often in the form of movement or electricity, to produce a certain effect. Verb, to make by machinery. Coding. Verb, to write software programs. Verb, of a patient, to suffer a sudden medical emergency. A code blue, such as cardiac arrest. Noun, the process of encoding or decoding. Collision. Noun, an instance of colliding. Noun, an error caused by two source code elements, such as variables or functions, having the same name as each other. Dresser. Noun, an item of kitchen furniture, like a cabinet with shelves, for storing crockery or utensils. Gold. Noun, a heavy yellow elemental metal of great value, with atomic number 79 and symbol O. Verb, to pyrolyze or burn food until the color begins to change to a light brown, but not as dark as browning. Adjective, made of gold. Crashing. Verb, to collide with something destructively, fall or come down violently. Noun, the sound or action of something that crashes. Occupation. Noun, an activity or task with which one occupies oneself, usually specifically the productive activity, service, trade, or craft for which one is regularly paid. A job. Envision. Verb, to conceive or see something within one's mind. To imagine. Minimum. Noun, the lowest limit. Adjective, to the lowest degree. Arrested. Verb, to stop the motion of a person or animal. Adjective, having been stopped or prevented from developing, terminated prematurely. Guidance. Noun, the act or process of guiding. Chewing. Verb, to crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Make for. Verb, to set out to go somewhere, to move towards. Products. Noun, a commodity offered for sale. Interruption. Noun, the act of interrupting, or the state of being interrupted. Bless. Verb, to make something holy by religious rite, sanctify. Simplification. Noun, the act of simplifying or something that has been simplified. Include. Noun, a piece of source code or other content that is dynamically retrieved for inclusion in another item. Verb, to bring into a group, class, set, or total as a new part or member. Join. Noun, an intersection of piping or wiring. An interconnect. Verb, to connect or combine into one. To put together. Deeper. Adjective, of a physical distance. Extending far away from a point of reference. Especially downwards. Jeans. Noun, denim. Noun, a pair of trousers made from denim cotton. Allocation. Noun, the process or procedure for allocating things, especially money or other resources. Rip. Noun, a tear, in paper, etc. Verb, to divide or separate the parts of, especially something flimsy such as paper or fabric, by cutting or tearing. To tear off or out by violence. Flame. Noun, the visible part of fire. A stream of burning vapor or gas. Emitting light and heat. Verb, to produce flames. To burn with a flame or blaze. Adjective, of a brilliant reddish-orange gold color. Like that of a flame. Spelling. Verb, to put under the influence of a spell. To affect by a spell. To bewitch. To fascinate. To charm. Verb, to read something, as though letter by letter. To peruse slowly or with effort. Verb, to work in place of someone. Noun, the act, practice, ability, or subject of forming words with letters, or of reading the letters of words. Orthography. Independent. Noun, a candidate or voter not affiliated with any political party. A free thinker, free of a party platform. Adjective, not dependent, not contingent or depending on something else. Free. Skier. Noun, one who skis. Ordered. Verb, to set in some sort of order. Adjective, in order, not messy, tidy. Improves. Verb, to make something better, to increase the value or productivity of something. Comprehension. Noun, thorough understanding. Force. Noun, strength or energy of body or mind. Active power. Vigor. Might. Capacity of exercising an influence or producing an effect. Verb, to violate. A woman. To rape. Noun, law enforcement. Any police organization. A constabulary. Epic. Noun, an extended narrative poem in elevated or dignified language, celebrating the feats of a deity. Demigod. Heroic epic. Other legend or traditional hero. Adjective, of, or relating to, an epic. Bags. Noun, a flexible container made of cloth, paper, plastic, etc. Verb, to put into a bag. Banner. Noun, a flag or standard used by a military commander. Monarch or nation. Verb, to adorn with a banner. Adjective, exceptional, very good. Sharp. Noun, the symbol sharp, placed after the name of a note in the key signature or before a note on the staff to indicate that the note is to be played a semitone higher. Verb, to raise the pitch of a note half a step, making a natural note a sharp. Adjective, terminating in a point or edge, especially one that can cut easily. Not obtuse or rounded. Adverb, to a point or edge. Piercingly, eagerly, sharply, fully. Adverb, in a full manner, without lack or defect. Gadgets. Noun, a thing whose name cannot be remembered. Thingamajig, doohickey. Selection. Noun, a process by which heritable traits conferring survival and reproductive advantage to individuals, or related individuals, tend to be passed on to succeeding generations and become more frequent in a population, whereas other less favorable traits tend to become eliminated. The differential survival and reproduction of phenotypes. Noun. The process or act of selecting. Red. Noun. Any of a range of colors having the longest wavelengths, 670 nanometers, of the visible spectrum. A primary additive color for transmitted light. The color obtained by subtracting green and blue from white light using magenta and yellow filters. The color of blood, ripe strawberries, etc. Adjective. Having red as its color. Exchange. Noun. An act of exchanging or trading. Closet. Noun. Any private area, particularly bowers in the open air. Verb. To shut away for private discussion. Adjective. Private. Provocation. Noun. The act of provoking, inciting or annoying someone into doing something. Rainfall. Noun. The amount of rain that falls on a single occasion. Description. Noun. A sketch or account of anything in words. A portraiture or representation in language. An enumeration of the essential qualities of a thing or species. Kinds. Noun. A type, race or category. A group of entities that have common characteristics such that they may be grouped together. Seriously. Adverb. Manner, in a serious or literal manner. Misperception. Noun. An incorrect perception. Familiarity. Noun. The state of being extremely friendly. Intimacy. Amount. Noun. The total, aggregate or sum of material. Not applicable to discrete numbers or units or items in standard English. Verb. Followed by to. To total or evaluate. Shampoo. Noun. A traditional Indian and Persian body massage given after pouring warm water over the body and rubbing it with extracts from herbs. Verb. To wash one's own hair with shampoo. Confluence. Noun. The place where two rivers, streams, or other continuously flowing bodies of water meet and become one, especially where a tributary joins a river. Friendly. Noun. A game which is of no consequence in terms of ranking, betting, etc. Adjective. Generally warm, approachable and easy to relate with in character. Maid. Noun. A grub or maggot. Run through. Verb. To summarize briefly. Fork. Noun. A prong tool having a long straight handle. Used for digging, lifting, throwing, etc. Verb. To divide into two or more branches. Verb. To have sexual intercourse. To copulate. Request. Noun. Act of requesting, with the adposition at in the presence of possessives, and on in their absence. Verb. To ask for something. Reinstated. Verb. To restore to a former position or rank. Hammock. Noun. A swinging couch or bed, usually made of netting or canvas about 6 feet wide, suspended by clews or cords at the ends. Verb. To lie in a hammock. Planning. Verb. To design a building, machine, etc. Noun. Action of the verb to plan. Parking. Verb. To bring something such as a vehicle to a halt or store in a specified place. Noun. The action of the verb to park. Computers. Noun. A person employed to perform computations, one who computes. Inside. Noun. The interior or inner part. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the inner surface. Limit or boundary. Adverb. Within or towards the interior of something. Within the scope or limits of something. A place, especially a building. Preposition. Within the interior of something. Closest to the center or to a specific point of reference. Optician. Noun. A person who makes or dispenses lenses, spectacles. Crystal. Noun. A solid composed of an array of atoms or molecules possessing long-range order and arranged in a pattern which is periodic in 3 dimensions. Adjective. Very clear. Daily. Noun. Something that is produced, consumed, used, or done every day. Verb. To drive an automobile frequently. On a daily basis. for regular and mundane tasks. Adjective, that occurs every day, or at least every working day. Distance. Noun, the amount of space between 2 points. Usually geographical points. Usually, but not necessarily, measured along a straight line. Verb, to move away from someone or something. Marvel. Noun, that which causes wonder. A prodigy. A miracle. Verb, to become filled with wonderment or admiration. To be amazed at something. Conservative. Noun, a person who favors maintenance of the status quo. Adjective, cautious. Hard-working. Adjective, of a person taking their work seriously and doing it well and rapidly. Energize. Verb, to invigorate, to make energetic. Captured. Verb, to take control of, to seize by force or stratagem. Badly. Adjective, ill, unwell. Adverb, in a bad manner. Less. Noun, a smaller amount or quantity. Verb, to make less, to lessen. Adverb, to a smaller extent or degree. Preposition, minus, not including. Considered. Verb, to think about seriously. Adjective, having been carefully thought out. Noticed. Verb, to remark upon, to mention. Cast. Noun, an act of throwing. Verb, physical, to move, or be moved, away. Secreted. Verb, to make or keep secret. Input. Noun, the act or process of putting in, infusion. Verb, to put in, put on. Canned. Verb, to seal in a can. Adjective, preserved in cans. Rushed. Verb, to hurry, to perform a task with great haste. Adjective, very busy. Eating. Verb, to ingest, to be ingested. Adjective, bread to be eaten. Interval. Noun, a distance in space. Curriculum. Noun, the set of courses, coursework, and their content, offered at a school or university. Math. Noun, a mowing, what is gathered from mowing. Presently. Adverb, immediately, at once, quickly. Cent. Noun, a subdivision of currency, equal to 1/100th of an Estonian kroon. Conscious. Noun, the part of the mind that is aware of itself. The consciousness. Adjective, alert, awake, with one's mental faculties active. Metro. Noun, an underground railway. Accused. Verb, to find fault with, blame. Censure. Noun, the person charged with an offense. The defendant in a criminal case. Adjective, having been accused, being the target of accusations. Discount. Noun, a reduction in price. Verb, to deduct from an account. Debt, charge, and the like. Adjective, of a store, specializing in selling goods at reduced prices. Bite. Noun, the act of biting. Verb, to cut into something by clamping the teeth. Captured. Verb, to take control of, to seize by force or stratagem. Chart. Noun, a map. Verb, to draw a chart or map of. Rod. Noun, a straight, round stick, shaft, bar, cane, or staff. Verb, to reinforce concrete with metal rods. Joystick. Noun, a mechanical device consisting of a handgrip mounted on a base or pedestal and typically having one or more buttons. Used to control an aircraft, computer or other equipment. Verb, to maneuver by means of a joystick. Limit. Noun, a restriction, a bound beyond which one may not go. Adjective, being a fixed limit game. Pass out. Verb, to faint, to become unconscious. Printer. Noun, one who makes prints. Glove. Noun, an item of clothing other than a mitten, covering all or part of the hand and fingers, but usually allowing independent movement of the fingers. Verb, to catch the ball in a baseball mitt. Discover. Verb, to find or learn something for the first time. Exchange. Noun, an act of exchanging or trading. Adjoining. Verb, to be in contact or connection with. Adjective, being in contact at some point or line. Joining to. Punctuation. Noun, a set of symbols and marks which are used to clarify meaning in text by separating strings of words into clauses, phrases and sentences. Leaders. Noun, any person that leads or directs. Deal. Noun, a division, a portion, a share. Down. Noun, a negative aspect, a downer. Verb, to knock someone or something down, to cause to come down, to fell. Adjective, sad, unhappy, depressed, feeling low. Adverb, from a higher position to a lower one. Downwards. Preposition, from the higher end to the lower of. Originally. Adverb, as it was in the beginning. Results. Noun, that which results. The conclusion or end to which any course or condition of things leads, or which is obtained by any process or operation. Consequence or effect. Verb, to proceed, spring up or rise. As a consequence. From facts, arguments, premises, combination of circumstances, consultation, thought or endeavor. Contract. Noun, an agreement between two or more parties to perform a specific job or work order, often temporary or of fixed duration and usually governed by a written agreement. Adjective, contracted, affianced, betrothed, compared. Verb, to assess the similarities and differences between two or more things. To compare X with Y. Having made the comparison of X with Y, one might have found it similar to Y or different from Y. Anyway. Adverb, regardless, anyhow. Spell. Noun, words or a formula supposed to have magical powers. Verb, to put under the influence of a spell. To affect by a spell. To bewitch. To fascinate. To charm. Absorbent. Noun, anything which absorbs. Adjective, having the ability or tendency to absorb. Able to soak up liquid easily. Absorptive. Excuse. Noun, explanation designed to avoid or alleviate guilt or negative judgment. A plea offered in extenuation of a fault. Verb, to forgive, to pardon. Skiing. Verb, to move on skis. Noun, a group of sports utilizing skis as primary equipment. Definitely. Adverb, without question and beyond doubt. Published. Verb, to issue something, such as printed work, for distribution and or sale. Obtain. Verb, to get hold of, to gain possession of, to procure, to acquire, in any way. Checking. Verb, to inspect, to examine. Verb, to mark with a check pattern. Noun, the act of physically keeping an opposing player in check. Expiry. Noun, a date by which an object either should not be used or loses its value, depending upon the item. Noun, end. Termination. Expiration. Accounting. Verb, to provide explanation. Noun, the development and use of a system for recording and analyzing the financial transactions and financial status of an individual or a business. Adjective, of or relating to accounting. Cheap. Noun, trade, traffic, chaffer, chaffering. Verb, to trade, traffic, bargain, chaffer. Ask the price of goods. Cheapen goods. Adjective, low and or reduced in price. Adverb, cheaply. Coins. Noun, money, a piece of currency, usually metallic and in the shape of a disc, but sometimes polygonal, or with a hole in the middle. Verb, to make of a definite fineness, and convert into coins, as a mass of metal. Coal. Noun, a black rock formed from prehistoric plant remains, composed largely of carbon and burned as a fuel. Verb, to take on a supply of coal, usually of steamships. Hurry. Noun, rushed action. Verb, to do things quickly. Id. Noun, the unconscious impulsive component of the personality in the Freudian psychoanalytic model. Road. Noun. A way used for traveling between places. Originally one wide enough to allow foot passengers and horses to travel. Now, U.S. Usually one surfaced with asphalt or concrete and designed to accommodate many vehicles traveling in both directions. In the UK both senses are heard. A country road is the same as a country lane. Adjective. At the venue of the opposing team or competitor. On the road. Person. Noun. An individual. Usually a human being. Verb. To represent as a person. To personify. To impersonate. Come down. Verb. To descend, fall down, collapse. Audit. Noun. A judicial examination. Verb. To examine and adjust, e.g. an account. Shirt. Noun. An article of clothing that is worn on the upper part of the body, and often has sleeves, either long or short, that cover the arms. Partnership. Noun. The state of being associated with a partner. Negative. Noun. Refusal or withholding of assents. Prohibition. Veto. Verb. To refuse. To veto. Adjective. Not positive nor neutral. Interjection. Signaling. An elaborate synonym for no. Stack. Noun. Heading, a pile. Verb. To arrange in a stack, or to add to an existing stack. Pile. Noun. A mass of things heaped together. A heap. Verb. Often used with the preposition, up. To lay or throw into a pile or heap. To heap up. To collect into a mass. To accumulate. Indicating. Verb. To point out. To discover. To direct to a knowledge of. To show. To make known. Mastery. Noun. The position or authority of a master. Dominion. Command. Supremacy. Superiority. Deaf. Noun. A deaf person. Noun. With the those who are deaf taken as a group. Verb. To deafen. Adjective. Unable to hear, or only partially able to hear. Organic. Noun. An organic compound. Adjective. Pertaining to or derived from living organisms. Believe. Verb. To accept as true, particularly without absolute certainty, i.e., as opposed to knowing. Blogger. Noun. A contributor to a blog, from weblog, or online journal. Maim. Noun. A serious wound. Verb. To wound seriously. To cause permanent loss of function of a limb or part of the body. Steep. Noun. The steep side of a mountain, etc. A slope or acclivity. Adjective. Of a near vertical gradient. Of a slope, surface, curve, etc. that proceeds upward at an angle near vertical. Show. Noun. A play, dance, or other entertainment. Verb. To display. To have somebody see something. Put forward. Verb. To propose for consideration. Drop out. Verb. To leave school, a race, etc. prematurely and voluntarily. Labeling. Verb. To put a label, a ticket or sign, on something. Noun. A set of labels applied to the various objects in a system. Resort. Noun. A place where people go for recreation, especially one with facilities such as lodgings, entertainment, and a relaxing environment. Verb. To have recourse to. Now especially from necessity or frustration. Moreover. Adverb. In addition to what has been said. Furthermore. Additionally. Rapper. Noun. One who, or that which, raps or knocks.